Watching the Halos in the Infield podcast with your host Todd Fox and Fernando the Lone Star Halo, brought to you in part by Noble L Works, just outside of Anaheim Stadium and the Pond, or the Honda Center, where you can get drink specials just by mentioning Halos in the Infield. Also brought to you in part by 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets is a place to go to get 10% off of any ticket purchase just by also mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo Hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo Hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Hey, how's it going tonight on a Tuesday evening as the Angels lose to the Rays? On a very disappointing night. They lose 6-4 to the Rays here at home, and so far they're 2-3 on the homestand. And again, when you're not expecting much, but you're still hoping that the team can look a little bit better and get out of their own way at times. But unfortunately, we had a Sandoval start, and again, Sandoval's given us nothing to put faith in. But before we get into the show, let's talk about 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets. If you need tickets to go to anything, anywhere, any state, 714 Tickets via phone call or the app. You can go old-fashioned way or the new way on your phone. As long as you set up an account, you get 5% back after every purchase, and you also get 10% off just by putting HITI in the Apply Now code. Also, like and subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. If you like what you're hearing, share it with a friend. This is how we grow this thing. Get your friends and family to subscribe to this page. It's going to get even better as you make it bigger. And also, Believe Network. If you don't like watching YouTube, if you like listening to the audio version, you can catch us on the go on anything that you subscribe to. But Believe Network has all the sports teams. I would suggest to go there. BLEAV.com. So with that being said, the Angels lose tonight 6-4 on a Tuesday, and it's kind of rough because tomorrow's a getaway game. It's going to be kind of early. A lot of us are going to miss it. I'm going to be doing the post game rather late. It won't be early, and you kind of hope that Sandoval was going to build on his subpar, I would say, average performance down there in Miami. 5 2/3 pitching in Miami. And he kept the ball down, but he still got into some trouble. And we're going to go over his stats and what happened. But this game, it took 10 straight home runs that were all solos by Mike Trout to finally hit a home run with a runner in scoring position, or at least a runner on base, because Rendon grounded out to start the game. He went 0 for 3 tonight, but did work 2 walks, so that's effective. But Mickey Moniak got a single, and, Mike Trout came up and put it over the fence, and you're up 2-0. And as I'm watching that and listening, because I'm doing the whole listening on the radio to Terry Smith, because I liked him saying, "Out of here!" And that was all great and everything. But, when it was 2-0, he comes out and says, "Well, I think the Angels are undefeated when they score first this year. They're 3-0. And right away, I looked over at Steve Elise and said, "Jinx. That's it. We're losing tonight." And she's like, "Oh my God, it's the first freaking inning. Why are you getting so upset over that? Or why are you looking too much into that? He didn't jinx it." I'm like, jinx. It's a jinx. Trust me that, he's putting it out there and it's going to happen. He's speaking it into existence. That 2-run homer. And that was it, man. Because he says, "Oh, they're 3-0 when they're undefeated." Well, now they're 3-1 when they jump out to a first inning lead. And or at least a lead in general. So the Angels led 2-0, and right away Sandoval heard that jinx from upstairs, and he has the microphone in his hat, and he's like, oh, okay, got it. And he comes out there, and after pitching a decent first inning, obsession with just not being able to get that third out by Sandoval, and literally the epitome of dicking around in the strike zone is what Sandoval likes to do. Instead of finishing off, trust your freaking stuff and finish these guys off when you have them down in the count. Finish them off when you have them in 2 outs. Nope, dick around, get to 3-1, let a guy get a solid single or walk a guy, then let another guy get a single to have runners at first and third, then give up a run, then give up another one, and before you know it, it's gone. The lead is gone. Right away, you can't get a fucking shutdown inning because you're too busy dicking around. And that has been something that Sandoval has done too many times. That is something that Angels pitchers have done the previous 3 seasons, and that is just not being able to finish off batters when you got them down in the count. And again, he had those hitters down in the count. What happened? It was Siri who doubled the center. Meade scored. Cabrero or Calabraro, however the hell you say his name, Jose got a single to right. Siri scored, and a lot of people thought he was thrown out. Not Siri, but Meade scored. They thought he was thrown out at the plate, but the play at the plate, O'Hoppe actually got him a little late. He had plenty of time to tag. He just quickly swiped, but he turned his entire body, and that split second of him turning his entire body to try to put the tag on a specific part of the runner instead of just going for the first thing coming at him, which was his hand, he would have been out by a mile. And it looked like he was out by a mile. Instead, he scored. And to me, it didn't look like they had enough to overturn it. It was like a bang, bang. He touched him at the same time. But for some reason, the umpire, maybe you think different, but I don't think it was like enough to overturn it. But they did. It was 2-1, and it was 2-2, and he couldn't finish off guys. And then all of a sudden, same thing happened in the 4th inning. It started with 2 outs. It got 2 runs, and it's 4-2 all of a sudden. In the game that you had momentum after the first inning, a shutout inning would have kept it rolling like it did with Tyler Anderson last night. Didn't happen. But the Angels did come back and get a run on an error where Shawneewell was safe because of a fielding error by Cabrera or Jose, and it was 4-3. But then Paredes hit it's a home run in the 7th inning after long gone is our boy Sandoval. And it's 5-3, and then Ramirez singles to right. Jose scores. It's 6-3. Renifo and the Angels did not give up. Credit to them against Fairbanks, who's a decent closer by all stretch of the imagination. He's a pretty good closer, and he comes out there, and the Angels get a rally together. Renifo singles in a run. Rendon walks. You have 2 men on with 2 outs. You have the pinch hitter up there for Moniak. Moniak's not in there anymore. So you had Miguel Sano, and Miguel Sano comes up there and abruptly strikes out on a 2-2 pitch, looking at a slider down the middle. And that sucks. Again, I would much rather see Sano ground out, fly out, even pop out. But don't stand there with your bat in hand. You got to protect home plate. You got to try to foul it off if it's not your pitch. If it's anywhere close, you got to be hacking at that point. And unfortunately, he did not even lift his bat the last 2 pitches and struck out on consecutive sliders. So Adam Caviel gets the win. He goes to 2-1. He pitches 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Sandoval's numbers I'll get to in a second. Fairbanks gets the save, although a rough one for him. He did have the tying runners on and the go-ahead runner at the plate, but the Angels couldn't knock it in. So let's get into the awards tonight, and let's go over the first one, which is the John Stamos Award for the best player, best looking player, best player on the field that I love to rub one out to. The Golden Stamos goes to Jose Caballero. He went 3 for 4, 2 RBIs tonight. He was just a thorn in the Angels' side all night. Again, the air allowed a run, but I felt he did the best performance out there hitting-wise. if you look at the two box scores from the Angels and the Tampa Bay Rays, the Rays struck out 9 times. The Angels only struck out 7. And I say only because that's such a dramatic change from last year. You really didn't have anyone tear it up outside of Trout, with the one hit, but or no one really tore it up, in the Angel lineup. And as far as the Rays lineup, you had Ramirez, who went 2 for 5. You had Paredes, who was 2 for 5 in a home run. He had 2 walks. He could have gave it to him. But, Siri with a nice game. But Cabrera was just all over the place tonight. So that kind of – and his average is at 353. So he gets the Golden Stamos for best player. And here's another stat to throw at you real quick. They left 9 men on base. The Angels left 7 men on base. The difference in this game, what did it come down to? That dreaded 4-letter word, runners in scoring position. The Rays went 4 for 8 while the Angels went 1 for 6. That'll lose you the game every time. If you're always losing in the runners in scoring position stat, that will lose you the game because Han Solos don't really help this team. We've already established that for years. The Rays have 6 runs, pounded out 12 hits, had the 1 error, while the Angels got 1 run on 4 hits. They were stuck on 4 hits, I believe, till the 9th inning. Or I think the 8th or 9th inning. So again, not like last night where they spread out the scoring and they continually pressured. Tonight was the exact opposite. They went back to old ways, and the Angels take a loss. Now let's go over who got the nacho night of the night, who gets the big heaping helping of disgusting nachos that have been sitting in that heated lamp for about 3 days.
I love them nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Say it to me if doesn't sound like a broken record, but it goes to Patrick Sandoval. And Patrick Sandoval has annoyed Angel fans because he is a guy that if Reed Detmers is able to turn it around and first 2 starts is one thing, but if he's doing this in August and September, or at least with a shiny ERA, then he's finally got it. And we'll be able to compare the two. If Sandoval's still struggling by years in, it's like, how many times are we going to think that this is the year? How many times are we going to say Sandoval just needs to do this and he'll be better? Well, he's never done this. He's never fixed this. He's the same things that you've complained about Patrick Sandoval and I've complained about the last couple of years are the same ones we're complaining about at the start of this season. He dicks around too much in the strike zone or out of the strike zone. He doesn't finish off hitters. He leaves pitches up in the zone in inopportune times. He throws too many pitches. Again, another day where he throws 101 pitches through 5 innings only. And the ratio of strikes to balls, he threw 61 of those 101 pitches for strikes. So again, he's at a 60% clip. Now let's look at what Tyler Anderson did the other night. In his 90 some odd pitches, he threw about 80% strikes. The difference is, or you may say, well, they had the same amount of walks. There was 3 walks. Okay. What's his name? Anderson had 3 walks in his first start. He only had 1 walk last night. 3 walks is not a lot, Todd. But the thing is, when you're allowing 6 hits, and yes, they're not of the power side. They're not like, outside of series hit that got off of Sandoval's, that he hit off of Sandoval. There wasn't really no like humdingers or hard hit balls, exit velocity, none of that kind of crap that happened in this game against Sandoval. But the problem is he's allowing guys to get those hits. He's working counts constantly. 3-1, 3-2, 2-2, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. So you wind up throwing between 6 and 8 pitches per batter. You're going to rack up those pitches quick. Dude had almost 60 pitches in the 3rd inning. That's unacceptable for any starter, not just Patrick Sandoval. But unfortunately, this is a trend that Patrick Sandoval continues to go with. And I know that this pitching staff, Barry Enright, who a lot of people are not sold on, but even the previous establishment, they harped on this guy about watching his pitches, keeping his pitches down, keeping his pitch count down. But no, because in a rotation or a staff, the coaching staff that is allowing pitchers on this staff to go deeper into games, to throw more pitches, to be more confident in their stuff, rely heavily on what got you here For some reason, Patrick Sandoval is saying, no, that's good advice. I don't want that. I'm going to pitch the way I want to. I'm going to dick around instead of one ball, 2 strikes. Let's make it a full count. And then let me try to throw a pitch and then overthrow the fastball, and the guy takes an easy walk. That's Patrick Sandoval in a nutshell. You know, it is insane and very frustrating to watch him because, again, is it age? Is it the maturity hasn't come through yet? What is it? Is it mental? Because no one has ever doubted him, Detmers, Tyler Anderson, anyone else in this staff that they don't have the stuff to win ball games. Now, yeah, granted you have to score still. Yes, that side of it's there. But if you're putting your team constantly in trouble and you're not getting that shutdown inning, which he's notorious for doing, and you're constantly throwing and making innings, even when you get, 3 out of 4 outs in an inning, you leave a guy on base, or 2 guys because maybe you give up a hit, you walk a guy, but you throw like 20 to 30 pitches. That's not helping the team win. A good pitcher keeps it between anywhere from 13 to 18 pitches per inning. And sometimes you'll get a break and you'll have a Tyler Anderson inning where you throw 8 or 9 pitches and you're able to induce 2 ground balls and a pop out. And that works for several pitchers in this league. They'll have their 17 pitch innings, but they might, throw 1 under 10 or 2 under 10. And that's how they're able to extend themselves into the 7th inning and further. Not Sandoval. I didn't think he was going to make 5. I thought 4 at best. But he stretched it into 5, throwing 101 pitches. He shouldn't have to labor with the stuff that he has. At some point, it's going to be beaten into his head by Enright or someone on that staff or a catcher. Dude, just throw your best shit. Live and die by that. Trust it. Stop dicking around. But no, Sandoval dicked around again. Now, is he the main reason why they lost tonight? No. But he didn't help his team. Again, a team that is struggling to score. Yes, they've got to get their shit together. Again, I'm not putting this all on Sandoval. It's just the problem is if you want to elevate your game and help our team elevate their game on the other side, show up like Tyler Anderson. Show up and like Reed Detmers. And certain players on this team will have the smarts to be like, hey, let's rally the troops. Let's score some runs because Detmers is pitching his ass off, or Tyler Anderson is pitching his ass off, or Canning's pitching his ass off. We need to get some runs. And I know they've let him down in the past. I'm not looking past all that stuff. But I'm just saying, out of 3 starts and a guy who was supposedly locked in, who earned supposedly the number 1 spot in this rotation, the opening day start in Baltimore. Okay, you could say it was nerves like AM 830, but what's the excuse now in his last 2 starts? Against a weak-ass Miami team, against a team now here, Tampa Bay, that's not exactly firing on all cylinders, not exactly that scary lineup that they've had over the last few years. What's your excuse now? I need to see something from him. And I need to see something from Canning. I really do. Those are 2 guys right now that I'm really bummed on. I mean, Silseth has got that injury, so I'm not throwing him in there because otherwise, if he didn't have the injury, I'd be down on him as well. But at least he has an excuse. What do these guys have? They're just not trusting their stuff. They're leaving the pitches up. They're dicking around too much. Canning's getting hammered on that straight fastball. He's got no movement on it. And then freaking at times, Sandoval will throw a beautiful pitch and you're like, why can't he do that more consistently? And then he's overthrowing fastballs where you could tell when he overthrows a fastball because the fastball goes up and away to a freaking right-handed hitter. And then against a left-handed hitter, the rare times his slider will get away and will be nowhere close to the strike zone. And the fastball will be down and away. And it's like, he gets into some bad trends and bad technical mechanics. His mechanics get bad and he just struggles. So overall, not a very good game for the Angels tonight all around, but I'm going to put the majority of this one on Sandoval again. Jacob Primrose says, struck out looking. Eric Ward says, when the Angels brass going to realize Sandoval is an up and down, inconsistent pitcher? When are they going to realize? He is what he is and not good. The pitching is just bad. Infinite One says, shit, here we go again. So he's going for this soundbite right here, if I could find it real quick, because again, I have to scroll through everything instead of having my stuff ready to go, because again, this system doesn't let me do what I want.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Also, as we get into the comments tonight, let's see. We knew the dream would end soon. Thank God those tickets were $25. Hayden says, Buttercup again. Have you some Wheezy? You mean you mean this song right here, the Buttercup?
Why do you build me up, Buttercup, baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you.
And we just need to keep our composure.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We gotta keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We gotta just keep our composure.
Patrick Sandoval needs to get out of his soft ass feelings, Hayes says. Javier says, low expectations this year, but let the kids play. Adele needs to play. Let him hit. I'm sure we all agree. Let the kids play. Exactly, Javier. Where the hell is freaking Adele? Again, only getting a pinch hit. Yep, Shonawell has to be sent down. The only problem is, Ray, who do we bring up? Patrick for sure was spoiled as a child. Dan says, yeah, we lost, but home plate umpire Bill Mueller sure didn't help in the beginning. That first run should have never happened. He was out. Nope ended up with a hit and ended up scoring. Also, he struck out as well. Laker says the call at the plate was too close to call and to overturn. I agree. Why the F is Moniak scared of the ball? I have no idea. 007 says Artie Moreno still fucking sucks. Breaking news. Well, that's not exactly breaking news. We knew that from the start, although he would tell you.
How dare you?
But we all know he sucks.
No! We suck again!
Yeah, we do. That's for sure. Robert says that as well. Ray says, and why the fuck does we hit Hicks keep getting at bats over or Hicks getting at bats over Adele? I'm not sure. Justin Option says, I'm here for the Trotter here. Hayden says, how about Rendon standing there in the sixth inning and letting that ball go get into the outfield? That's just his great defense. Need robo umps now. Dan says. Demetrio says Sandoval is as good as Taco Bell diarrhea. He could sponsor that. Ray says Sandoval doesn't throw enough strikes consistently enough to be an MLB pitcher. Patrick's son awful. 007 says Rendon's new improved role to get on base with walks. And, you had Roger Lodge going, hey, he's on fire. He's 6 for his last 16, for ignoring the fact that he was like 0 for 32. James says the umpire was squeezing us tonight. Mateo says Warriors. James Malou says balls, and Sandoval sucks. So I think he's looking for this one right here. If I had it right now. No, I have that one. Here it is.
For you to check out what I want. I want balls and John
Sandoval sucks. The Cisnero dude is not effective. Don Hammond says, yeah, he's terrible. Pathetic Sandoval. R. Martinez says, oh no, we suck again. And
Oh no, we suck again.
Exactly. Let's see. Also, good game, Lakers fans. Let's see. Lots of missed opportunities with being in the lead in the AL West with the Astros and Rangers off to a slow start. Exactly. David says for the pitching of Sandoval instead of Heedy, it should be shitty. Also, let's see. Today, Roger called the Angels Los Angeles. It sounded fake. Even Propaganda Boy knows it sounded fake. Yeah, he's Propaganda Prime Minister, a.k.a. PP. Ray Ochoa says Shonawell needs to map at the plate, striking out looking twice and thinking that was fastball in his last at-bat wasn't a strike when it got all of the zone. Yeah, he's all over the place right now, which is sad, but he's in that sophomore slump, it looks like. Let's see. Also, I'll tell my high school football kids this: if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, watch the guy in front of you. Sandy, watch Anderson. What the fuck are you doing? Mike Moore, that is brilliant. Little Wayne also says Sandoval is a clone of Andrew Heaney, never going to get it done in Anaheim. That's unfortunate, but most likely true. Hope it's an all baseball show. No surf reports. Thank caller and wish them good night and stick to baseball. Attention, Heedy regulars. Let me know if I'm wrong and I will apologize, Jim says. Also, San Awful has to be a learning disability. I'm serious. Tomorrow, Jose Soriano will show Sandoval how pitching is done. Now, here's the thing, 00 Halo. Will they allow him to pitch multiple innings? Which, I mean, will they let him pitch past the 5th inning if he's at, 76 pitches, or are they going to stop him? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I heard the guys tonight say, hey, they had a great performance by Tyler Anderson, and if they need to go to the bullpen tonight, they got the arms, but they got to watch out for Wednesday. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ron has proven that he'll pitch guys back-to-back already. And you have an off day on Thursday. So although you pitched Garcia, Cisneros, Strickland, and Fulmer, right? Although you pitched those 4 guys, if you need any one of them tomorrow, who's to stop you? They all pitched 1 inning. As far as I know, and going back as far as I have as a baseball player and watching baseball, guys have pitched multiple innings back-to-back. So it should be tomorrow. I don't want to hear this guy's not available. This guy's not available. This guy can't pitch. No. I want to hear all hands on deck. We have an off date. So if a guy needs to go 2 innings, if we need to pitch Estevez in a 5-out save, why not? You're not playing Thursday. It's a travel day. Why not? So let's not go backwards, people. Commentators. Let's not do the whole Phil Nevin, numbnuts Nevin bullshit analytics. I don't want to hear one time on the goddamn telecast tomorrow, even if we need to use Cisnero. Well, Cisnero pitched last night. I don't give a fuck. Bring him in if you want him in. I do not want a repeat. Ron has already changed the culture on a lot of different things on this team. Do not go backwards with this bullpen. If we need to use guys, fucking use them. Use them. I think a lot of these injuries are coming because we're babying these guys too much. They don't pitch enough, and they don't work out enough. The whole pitchers and catchers thing, you show up a week and a half early, and then you're supposedly have to throw 90 to 95 as soon as the other guys come in from spring training. Even if it's for an inning, no, these guys should show up a month earlier and gradually go from soft toss to long toss to bullpen sessions to be ready for spring training. That's why you have so many goddamn arm issues. We're babying the hell out of these guys. If it ain't broke, why fix it? If we didn't have these arm issues 20, 30 years ago, why not go back to what was working? And maybe you'll see a difference. I don't know. That's just my rant. I'm sorry. I'll take Jaime Bieria over Patrick Sanawful. Follow up from last night. Uncle Roger has given Renifo a new nickname on the show today. Line Drive Louie. That's a fact, gang. Oh my God. He's so stupid, Jim. I hate him. R. Martinez says, I'll give Patrick's son awful credit, though. He never gets injured or any inflammation injury. Tyler, and typical Angels baseball 007. Also, Minapi says, Sandoval's looking to only be built for the 1 to 2 innings in World Baseball Classic. So no choke. Robot AIDS says that's an interesting handle right there. Robot AIDS, interesting. Detmers deserves his photo on the front of entrance of the Angel Stadium over Sandoval. Exactly. The Buttercup song works. What the fuck? That's because I put it to the soundboard right here. Jim says, random injury update. Trevor Story, shortstop from Boston, went down with a shoulder at the Big A on opening night, put on the IL, out for the season, shoulder surgery. He was their number 1 shortstop, bad for anyone in baseball. Exactly, Jim. This is his second straight year with a season-ending injury. He's only played 161 games in 3 seasons for the Boston Red Sox, and that was a guy that 3 years ago on this very network, we had several people say Trevor Story is the shortstop of the future for the Angels. That didn't exactly work out here or there in Boston. Replace Sandoval's picture with a rally monkey. Robert says Shauna will down, Drury to first, and Renifo to second. Problem solved, or even Sano at first. That is true too, Robert. It's just problem is, again, who do we bring up? Some guy that's not ready from AAA? Fuck keeping my composure. Sandoval sucks a shit, and so does the effing blow pen, i.e. Native says. Dylan says Sandoval needs to be taken down on in the front, his picture. He doesn't deserve shit. Offense needs to be more clutch. That is true. Happy Some Wheezy says, play the Bally song, man. I love it. Sandy's solid. So basically, you have my boy Wheezy going, hey, check out Patrick Sandoval's pitching tonight. He threw a bunch of pitches for no goddamn reason. It's just highlights of him. And oh, don't forget, Mike Trout hit a home run. Yeah, that's awesome. Also, let's see. We need Stevenson back. Alex says, yeah, he can't come back fast enough. Marty says, let's not can Shanawell. He just needs a good old slump buster. Yeah, we need to get him a redhead as soon as possible. Oh, wait, what did I say that? Bullpen game day off on Thursday. Exactly. I wonder if Big 20 wins any surfing events. I guess we all know when he calls in. Robert says, bring up Joyce and don't tell me he needs to work. Half our MLB bullpen needs work. Exactly. Dylan says, why does Wash not even give Odell any chances? I have no idea. That is the biggest conundrum to me so far this season. I hope Jose Soriano shaves like 5 clean innings off this game tomorrow. Not even going to set my expectations whatsoever. Mateo says, don't hate me, but I think Adele is not ready yet. Mateo says, also Adele, what was it? Yeah, he struggles defensively. 007 says, Hoppy and Trout, the only good ones in the lineup so far. That is true. Jim says, but Sandoval's beard is better than Rendon's. That's not much to cheer about. The Angels rotation is unsustainable. And also Infinite 91 says, I could have swore the season started tonight. You know, that was the whole point. We were hoping that Roger, when he said this last night.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
We thought that was going to carry over until tonight, but instead this carried over.
John Stamos choked on me.
So that's what happened. Also, Mateo says, I'm distracted with the NBA because the Warriors are in a playoff race. Look, Mateo, since you've been on this show, we know you love the NBA. I no longer love that piece of shit sport. I rather watch college basketball compared to the NBA because they play no defense. The in-season tournament is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, which is played in the beginning of the season. And I freaking hate the extra play-in tournament. That is the dumb. You know damn well if they didn't have that stupid play-in tournament right now, the Warriors and Lakers will be eliminated. And it'd be better for the league. They don't need old-ass LeBron. They don't need freaking I'm sorry, but your Warriors are over the hill as well. Both teams are going to get bounced, man. Who cares? Look, live off the past. You got those championships as a Warriors fan, but the league is in the shitter. Nobody plays defense. Nobody cares, and it's all LeBron's fault. So I love the fact that the NBA is killing itself, but then MLB does the whole Kenny Rogers thing with Ohtani, and Ippei's not getting charged with anything, so we know that's a lie. And then you have scandals, and you got the Oakland thing. So not to sound like Wayne Randazzo, but MLB's not helping itself either. And yeah, there we go. Dylan says the NBA can suck on. Former Angels Brandon Marsh is playing pretty well in Philly. Yeah, tell us something we don't know, R. Martinez. College basketball is actually fun. Lots of upsets in March Madness. And they play this thing called defense, where they actually have half-court traps, and they play defense from the inbound. It's not like the lazy-ass NBA. I'm serious. And they're overpaid. That league, more than baseball, needs to go on strike. Hayden says Sandoval would get cooked by a Special Olympics team. Oh, that is so mean, but it might be true. I think that that is pretty right, because
how dare you?
He's not even by winning at this time. Well, no, he is by winning. He lost the first one. He won the second one, and he got a no decision tonight. So he's kind of by winning.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
But I think Sandoval's new entrance should be. That's what it should be. Because we can't even get a winning streak going right now. And the team is 6-6 out the gate, 12 games in. Are we 6 No, we're 6-5. I'm sorry, 6-5. Please say I didn't put that into words, because tomorrow that is their 12th game. I really want the Angels to at least go 3-3 here at home, go 7-5 before they have to go back out to Boston. And I want revenge in fucking Fenway, because that's a house of horrors for the Angels, just like Houston. We struggle so much in Boston. So I really want the Angels to get the dub when we go to Boston and get a little revenge on Tampa. I don't want to lose an 8th consecutive series to the Tampa Bay Rays, and that's where it's going to go if we don't get a win tomorrow. We're going to lose another series to the goddamn Rays. And again, it's just, I'm tired of the Rays dominating us, but that's what they've been doing the last few years. So with that being said, also, if you guys want to call in, we'll take some phone calls here at 714-598-3221. We should be able to get some comments in here. Let's see, at Mateo, the days of the Warriors being good are over, bud. Also, I second that. Hayden, let's see, I have a theory. What if the Angels don't like Sandoval? It's not that they don't like him. They want him to succeed. They need him to succeed, but he has not picked up on the mechanics that he needs to have to get going. Can we chalk up this loss whenever Sandy is on the hill? Well, when he pitches like this, yes. Also, Dylan says, hey, Todd, you should have a Sandy jersey, then dress like a clown, and definitely would be fitting. At Alex, I have the Warriors winning the chip. Really? From the 10th spot? That would be a record. That would be Tom Brady-esque. Like right when you count them out, they do it. So whatever, we'll see. I'm not going to pay attention to the NBA playoffs. No offense, Mateo, but that's just not my thing anymore. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Let's go into some of the scores real quick. If we're not going to get phone calls, it's fine. It's all good. The Tigers beat the Pirates 5-3, knocking their winning streak down. The aforementioned Red Sox take a loss. They lose their home opener to the Baltimore Orioles 7-1. Burns is now 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA. The Chicago White Sox get their second win of the year, beating the Ohio Shitfucks 7-5. The Brewers defeat the Reds 9-5. Brewers off to a nice start. The Marlins go to 1-11 as the Yankees continue to beat up on bad teams. They win 3-2. The Mariners continue to lose. Toronto has won 3 in a row, and they're 2-0 against the Mariners as they beat them 5-3. The Braves come back and win against the Mets. The Mets are 4-7, so Steve Cohen's deep pockets aren't exactly translating into wins. You have the Royals beating the Astros. Astros are 4-8 out the gate. They had 3 runs, 14 hits, and still lose. They did not hit with runners in scoring positions. The Royals get a walk-off in the 10th inning by Salvador Perez to get the victory. The Raiders beat the Twins 6-3. Tyler Glass now has 14 strikeouts for the Raiders. He's now 3-0 as a Raider quarterback. Let's see. We got a phone call here. It's the Halo Honk line.
First time in a long damn time.
Oh, I think this is our boy, James Squared. James Squared.
Man, I am so sick of Sandoval, dude. Like, you give this guy so many chances. I know the season's only just begun, but damn it. There's a pattern, and it just continues where you can't trust him. If the Angels score, he'll give a run back.
Yep.
It's always a thing, and it's just disappointing every time he's out there. I wish there's one day where we don't see him. Like I mentioned in our chat, I was like, man, what if they just trade him somewhere else and somebody fixes him? And you could say that about Moniak. You could say that about Adele. And my question to you, I'm thinking about this, and I know we're only 3 weeks into the season, but when do we pull the plug and release or trade Sandoval or release Adele because for Moniak so they can go elsewhere and possibly get fixed and thrive somewhere else like Old Angels always do? When do we pull that trigger? When does this organization say, hey, we are never going to get Adele any playing time? And I think it has to do with the organization. The one before that brought him up through the minors, that didn't develop him correctly. And now you have, with Perry, just not having faith in Adele for some reason. Hey, maybe it's the defense. Well, put Adele as a DH. Like, literally, you got to run these guys through the lineup, weekly. You can't just have Adele sitting there and come in garbage time. It's freaking ridiculous. I'll be there tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see Jim and others there. That afternoon game. I'm not expecting Soriano to go past 2 innings, but that 3rd inning is oh so precious to him. We know that. They've been working like that with him in spring. That's been really unfortunate. But if he gets past 3 innings, with not a lot of damage, I think that would be fun. But I'll get out the phone now and I wonder about that question. When do the Angels pull the plug on those 3 players?
Okay, I'll get to that right now. I appreciate the call, my man. All right, so that's James Square checking in. Look, the logical thing to do would have already been done, getting rid of these players and doing a rebuild. What's going to happen this year, in a logical sense, they would do it about a month before the trade deadline, most likely when the Angels are about at 500 or below, and there's really no chance or hope for them to get better. So they're going to have to freaking dilly out these players and divvy them out to other teams and try to get better in the long run, build for the future. But I just don't see the Angels having even that logic. I think Artie is so obsessed with trying to win on his terms and conditions that he's going to overrule your boy Perry. And Perry, in the final year of his career, is going to be fed up and just roll through the motions and be like, okay, if he wants to stick with these guys, Adele will walk or Sandoval will walk at the end of the year, and who cares? He's not going to be there to have to pick up the pieces. So there you go. It's the Halo Honk line.
Please hold for Mr. Moreno.
Oh, is this Artie Moreno? I guess we have Artie Moreno on the line. We're on hold right here. I guess this is coming from Angel Stadium. This is a 714 number. Do we have Artie?
Hello, this is Artie.
Whoa! I put up a slide of you drunk. You're sober, Mr. Artie Moreno. This is a privilege. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, I wish I was better. The Angels didn't get the win tonight, but I have so many questions to ask you.
We just have to get back at them tomorrow, right?
Yeah, exactly. Bounce back, right? I mean,
exactly.
Now I got to ask you a 2 or 3 part question right here, because I'm so.
Hold on one second, Keith. I'm sorry. Give me a drink, please. It's like, yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, can you hold off on the drink?
Sorry.
Can you hold off on the drink? Okay, so what I want to do, you mentioned, Artie, that you're not about winning, or at least you didn't mention the winning. You were more incensed with bringing up the entertainment factor. You want to make the fans have an enjoyable experience at the Angels Stadium. You want them to be, having a good time. You want this team to win, but you're not bringing the pieces in to get the wins. I think the fans don't really care about the entertainment. They want the winning. So, you have to build this team from within. I mean, what do you think? I mean, are you taking the wrong approach here? Artie? Are you drinking right now?
Oh man, that went down smooth.
Oh God!
Oh man, it's like was one drink, Todd. That's the business. Who was it? Hey, Sapphire! Where did you put him at? Jesus! That's super unleaded?
No, it's not. It's not super. I thought we were talking. You were sober like 2 minutes ago.
Hey, when the stuff is good, it's good, pal. That went straight to my liver. Jim Beam on the rocks, baby. My own special blend. I'm coming out with my own line. Oh, it's going to be something.
Listen, Artie, can you answer the question? Why do you value entertainment over winning?
Oh, Caroline! I can hear you. I can't see you, Caroline. Oh, hello?
Yes, we're still right here.
Oh, hey. I'm on the phone, aren't I?
You sure are.
Oh, boy. All right, what was the question?
The-
Let me have it. Come on, Todd. Spit it out.
The
It's Todd, right?
The question, Artie, focus.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, all right, yeah. Hey. All right, I'm back, baby. Okay, go.
Why do you value entertainment over winning?
Oh, because entertainment is where it's at. That's what people do in the first place, to be entertained. Hey, if I could have girls running around naked on the field, I'd do it. That's out, baby.
But we're not asking for that. We just want you to put together a winner.
That's what we're doing. You want a winner, go to the Big A. Woo, we win every day. Even when we lose, we win. Oh, no, I'm telling you. Ask all those fans at the stadium if they won tonight. I bet you they did. Hold on a second.
Artie.
Oh, I love crunching on that ice. I think I'm anemic.
I had
Oh, boy.
I had real high hopes for you on this one. I really thought you were going to come through and give us some solid commentary because as Angel fans, I was going to ask these questions like what's going on? Like the same with like Jim wants to know how come you were taken off of the Jumbotron?
Oh, hey, I haven't been looking too hot lately. Some people blame it on age. I think I've had too much sun. I need to relax and stay indoors. Work on my complexion. I turn myself up on that Jumbotron. That screen adds about 5 pounds.
So
that's why I've been taller. People tell me. I mean, if you look closely, you can see every wrinkle. My crow's feet are like the size of a car.
So you mean to tell me that they weren't booing you? They were saying boo earns?
No, they were saying booze. Booze. They entertain the crowd, baby. That's how it works. That's how we do it. Oh boy, that one backfired there. Hey, I was gonna do you a solid. I did one about 5 minutes ago in the restroom.
Oh,
oh boy, it was the size of a forearm. Let me tell you. I screamed a little bit at the end there.
Boy, you are disgusting, Artie. That is disgusting.
Natural human function that we all do. Don't try to look down your nose at me, pal. Don't act like you've never went out and shot out a corn canoe.
Is that why you have Christmas Day in June? Because you put out a Yuletide log?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. the dropping of the Yule log. I do it every Christmas. It means a lot to me. I do it with all my staff. I walk in there, drop trowel, and drop a Lincoln log right on top of that fire. Oh, boy. Every year it keeps getting bigger. I don't know how I do it.
That's
Last year looked like a loaf of Roman meal bread.
Oh. You see where this goes, Artie? And this is what pisses me off. I have Artie, with all due respect, I have legitimate baseball questions to ask you about the business, the frustration of putting on a show and losing games that we should win. I want to get to the root of the answers, and then you have a drink, and then it goes to shit, and you start then talking about shit.
Hey, haven't heard a question yet. Go ahead, shoot.
I've asked you like 4 times.
Oh, have you now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you have. Oh, wow. Oh, hey, I've never been known for my memory. I have like the memory of a rock. Oh boy. Hey, what is that for food? You know, it's so food used to make me drink still, or it take about 2 or 3 to get me going. But I think that first trying to kill me.
I think your tolerance for alcohol has gone way down because it seems like you're a lightweight now.
I know. My wife told me, she told me a couple days ago that I can't handle my liquor anymore. I told her, you're full of crap. And I threw my drink at her. I told her, go give me another drink before I get medieval on you. So she's like,
with a mindset like that, Artie, with a mindset like that, and how come you haven't signed Trevor Bauer?
Oh God! Hold on. Hold on just a second, Todd. Okay, just a second.
Okay.
Oh man! Hey, you know that Captain Crunch doesn't go down like it's supposed to.
No.
Yeah, no. I love that cereal. Hey, it rips your mouth up, but it's more. Is it good?
Do you put bourbon in your Captain Crunch?
Who do you think I am? Some kind of a communist? No, I put vodka. Straight old vodka, baby. Water it down. I just enough to get it moist, And I'm done with that bowl of cereal. Oh, I'm ready to go, pal. Let me tell you.
You're still talking cereal, right?
Oh, yeah? What are you talking about? Pervert?
I've never really... Whenever someone talks about something being moist, I can't keep it out of that. It's usually what they mean.
Isn't that my favorite word in the dictionary? Oh, boy, let me tell you. Moist, everybody. In the chat, type moist. Moist. I love that word. It's I wish my last name was Moist. That'd be great. Owner of your Los Angeles Angels, Artie Moist. That's right there next to Buck Naked.
You know what we're going to have you call in? Because apparently my lines aren't that good. I'm going to send you a direct link. And do you promise next time, I'll put your face up since you don't want to show your ever-changing, aging face. I'll put this picture up, and you could talk over that picture. How about that?
I need a picture of me from 2005.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll put up a 2005 picture when you still have jet black hair and about 90% less wrinkles, and people love you about 60% more.
Wow, and they gave away free beer. That's why everybody loves me.
Okay, well then,
Well, it was 33, right?
it was discounted, right?
Oh yeah. Parking too. Never touched it. Oh, you're complaining about that, are you? Wait till that goes up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine, Artie. We'll do that. Okay.
you put me in a mood, Todd. A real mood. I'm gonna start slapping someone around.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. You just got Sapphire back. You got your other girlfriend and your wife. You kind of.
I would never strike a woman. How dare you come on the show and accuse me of striking a woman? How dare you, Todd? I thought we were friends.
I'm not accusing you.
We were friends.
I'm just saying.
We were supposed to hang out together.
Dan says very moist, by the way.
Moist. Get your moist on, Angel fan. I'm going to tell Roger to say that now on the radio show.
So instead of get your red on, guys, he's going to be like, get your moist on.
Get your red on, boys.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. Listen, Artie.
What? I go too far? That's right. Oh, you millennials out there getting all butthurt about everything. Oh, boy. That's all I need.
Okay, well, listen. You and your millennials, you could teach them on another date. But what we're going to do, like I said, is I'll send the link out and you come on. You got to promise me not to drink. Like, I want to hear that list, because when I hear that list from your mouth, I know you're sober.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you drink, your lisp goes away. It's incredible.
It is. It's magic. I call it my magic juice. Oh yeah. It heals. It changes me into a better person. That's why I'm drunk all the time.
So
I don't think you bought that one, did you?
No, I didn't. This has been once again a non-educational talk between the owner of the Angels, a billionaire, and a poor podcaster here that's just trying to get some information for the fans. Once again, you let us down, Artie.
Hey, capitalism's the son of a gun. Hey, it's not my fault. I'm infinitely rich.
Well, listen, I tried to cash that check the other day that you wrote in crayon. Surprise, surprise, they won't honor it.
Oh, no, it's crayon. What are you, 5 years old? Never did I say that clear.
They don't accept Crayola. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No. Crayola is the only way I go. I have my box of Crayolas right here in my drawer. Right now, I'm looking at, let's see, what do I got here? Oh, geez. Oh, there's so, this one's called Blanco. Right. You didn't think I would have known that.
Your Spanish is on point.
Yeah, here's great. I always thought it was spelled with an A. It says with an E here. I need to go back to school. Oh, I got my box even has a sharpener in the back. Do you know you can sharpen crayons, Todd? I bet you didn't.
I used to have one of those boxes with a sharpener built in, on the back of it.
Yeah, that's what I have. Hey, you want to hang out and color some color books?
Yeah,
I have a Mork and Mindy coloring book. I haven't finished yet.
Oh God, that's you could sell that on eBay for a lot of money.
Oh, that was original. I got it at a Foot Locker somewhere. I don't know how.
Foot Locker, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
well, Artie, I'm gonna have to let you go because you are way over the 90-second rule. What?
I only get 90 minutes. We'll get them next time. Did we win?
No, we lost.
Oh, we lost. We lost, Angel Fest. We're going to get them tomorrow. Or my name isn't Artie Moist.
There goes Artie Moreno. I'm sorry. What we'll do to get the sound up is I'll send a link out to him and I'll have him on here next time, because I know some of you guys are complaining about it being a little low. I heard it a little low on my side too. So hopefully you're able to hear most of his commentary. Unfortunately, he didn't give us anything to chew on because he's Artie Moreno and he doesn't really, give out the kind of crucial information that we need. So with that being said, we're approaching the hour mark. Again, like and subscribe. Check out Believe Network. You can find the podcast form of all of our shows over there. You might want to check that out. We got some big interviews coming up. We have Casey Stern from formerly MLB Network and from NBA and TNT and TBS Baseball. He was on their shows. He's on Sirius XM. He's going to be on our show talking the Shohei Kenny Rogers scandal, and as well as Angels baseball this season and what he thinks about just baseball in general. We're going to pick his brain. So look for that interview on Thursday. And Lee Hacksaw Hamilton will be covering the Angels for us here at the end of every month. So look forward to that. He's going to be talking about the radio legend. Will be talking about the Angels and all things SoCal baseball on a monthly basis, sort of breaking down his goods and bads from our Halos. And, I'd love to pick his brain, and we're going to pick Casey Stern's brain. And then we had an interview tonight. Fernando had an interview with an Oakland A's fan leading the charge to try to keep the team up in Oakland. So that interview is going to come out tomorrow morning. So look for that. Again, if you want to help this show, tell a friend and get people on board to like and subscribe. Still 60% of our viewers are not subscribed to the page. And that's a huge number we'd like to get down, as well as you guys joining in on the 714 ticket giveaways, plus the 10% discount. We're going to have stuff to give away here next week, starting with some trivia. So there you go right there. So the show's taking off. We'll have some weekend shows with some replays of the post-game shows. So there's a lot of things coming up. So for Todd Fox and everyone else on the network, we appreciate each and every last one of you. Look for the Angels, hopefully to win the rubber game tomorrow. And that's all I got tonight. And I promise to do better on the sound. I'm trying to get that soundboard together tomorrow and after the game, and also get the phones working properly so we can have a show like we had last year. So with all that being said, have a good night, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Go Angels.